Now I need to get rid of these open spaces. I just have old scraps. These were from a fuzzy blanket. And if I cut it too thin, it didn't work in the rug, so thicker made it work in here. So I do have different sizes, so I take my thickest ones. And I do have a tip. I always, if I'm coming from the right, I will do the right side. So then I always know with what foot, if I'm doing the left, I come in this way. So it doesn't matter what way you start, but just have a pattern and then it just becomes a second nature after a while. Put that in, feed it in. Do another one. I'll have to go get some more because I only have 3. These 3 big ones should do most of the work, and then I'll grab some smaller ones just to finish up. There's a little gap. Alright, and then I got some thinner ones. One more should do it, so you can only see just a little bit every once in a while. And that looks good. So very even. I'm going to advance it just a little bit more. And then I'm going to start my rug. What I tend to do is I have a piece of scrap yarn, and I'm going to put that in here just because this is a bigger piece. It's going to help tighten down. And so when I start putting in my hem, I have less issues. It just packs in a lot better. Now you can see there's not much of a gap there. And I'd rather have that piece, which I reuse over and over, as a scrap. Now I'm going to do my hem. So I have, and right foot down. This is where it becomes important because now it's actually going to be truly weaving and going back and forth. So left foot, left side. And I leave a little bit of a tail. And this is where it's important to have your triangle. Because if you do it, it's going to suck in because there's too much tension on there. It's going to be too tight. So you want to give it that little bit of extra material. Oops, sorry, pretty close. Alright, I found, just like any project, the base, the better you do now, and I'm not the best at them, this is what I've been working on. Make sure everything is lined up now, because then your rest of your rug is going to look nice. So I kind of leave a little space, and you'll play with it. And I put that in, and if it's pulling this thread in, I'm going to redo it. I want to keep these as smooth as possible. If there's a little bit of a space and it looks a little too big, it's not. Because when I put the next one in, it tends to pull it in just a little bit. So I want to leave that little extra on there. You see, I'm on my right side and I put in with the left. So that was not a good idea. Okay. So left side, left shuttle. And the same thing, I'm going to leave a little bit of extra at the end to give it a a little bit to pull in without pulling the thread. If it doesn't work, I will go back to that shed, pull the thread out, and then realign. You gotta take a few more minutes to get it accurate, and then the rest of your rug should look pretty decent. I guess the best tip for when I do this is I look at that distance of the little loop coming off the end, and if I can fit another piece the same size of a thread going through it, then that's about the right amount of space I want. This should get me out of here. And I'm going to end in the center. Again, I want this end still to be loose. Take my handy dandy scissors. Do not cut one of these. Pain in the butt. A little easier with the continuous work. Bring my thread up, snip it, and then I am done with the hem on this end. So I'm going to leave my foot on this one because I still, since I ended in the middle, I still want to bring my material. And we are going to do this lovely spring colored rug we got ready earlier. This should be a pretty long rug because I have a lot of extra material on it. Hitting the camera here. And I'm going to come through. I may advance it before I really start on this, but I just wanted to show. And I'm just going to overlap about an inch. And still bring it up a little bit, and it allows it to feed in. So now that's all continuous now.